So as some of you may know, Feather Client is really rising in popularity and apparently so are its literal felonies. Because today we're going to be explaining a couple things that Feather Client did recently that disgusted many members of a lot of different Minecraft communities. It even got relevant enough to make the Lunar client owner get involved in the drama. I'm not here to stand with Feather Client, and I'm also not here to be against them. It's sort of confusing. I'm going to be going into a lot more detail of what actually happened than just saying they committed a crime. If this video helps you, don't forget to leave a like, and let's see if we can hit 40 likes. I hope you enjoy. I want to start off with what really inspired me to make this video. So what the Lunar client owner said is, do they really not see a problem with charging people access to a client whose main selling point is being able to load in other people's mods? I had never thought of Feather this way, and I think it's really opening all of our eyes to see how this issue was actually made. And it was really interesting to see the point of view of higher ranked individuals in this community, such as Physikai. So if you don't know why Feather got in so much trouble, it's because they're basically using mods that they didn't make and charging money for it. But the reason why this issue is most commonly misinterpreted is because not many people are familiar with the terms of fair use. Fair use is extremely important to this issue. I'll be explaining what that is later in the video. So when I was playing on Feather Client earlier, a lot of people kept asking me, how'd you get on Feather Client? Did you buy Feather Client, and how much did it cost? So Feather Client recently had a sort of a pleasant surprise to me when I first got access. If you don't know, access to the client is $12 USD, and I got gifted access by Franga. I didn't even know gifting was a thing, but when you buy access to the client, you get 2 accounts to be whitelisted. So yeah, you're basically buying 2 access codes when you only asked for 1. I'm not really complaining, but some other people might not think that's a good feature. So a bunch of other YouTubers have already made videos hating on Feather Client for this issue they've created. And I, as always, never support any hate or harassment towards anybody involved. And I don't know about you, but Feather Client could be up to some devious stuff. And this issue they've created is definitely proving it. So that's why I said before, I'm trying to stay neutral, and I think you should too. So now let's look at what fair use is. So what fair use is basically the border of using other people's stuff. So let's use YouTube as an example. Copyright claims and copyright strikes are both examples of fair use punishments, and this is used on all other social media platforms. So with that in mind, I want to get this clear. Feather has every single right to use the other people's mods and not even give them credit for it, basically stealing. There's nothing wrong with that. This is where fair use comes in. The problem they are really facing is that they are charging you for access. Feather is directly copy pasting licensed code for specific mods, meaning it's owned by someone else. They are capitalizing off of other people's hard work. Fair use is only an action when you are not selling anything. Once you start making money off of something that is not yours, then you're plagiarizing. Let's say I'm a master criminal and I want to start stealing somebody's content. Let's choose Technoblade, he's pretty cool. So let's say my plan was to re-upload all of Technoblade's videos. It's a scummy thing to do and it's illegal. But the illegal part about it is that I'm capitalizing off of somebody else's work. I could probably get away with re-uploading all of Technoblade's videos and they might not get any views. But fair use is a bit confusing on YouTube because if you use other people's stuff and you're still not making money off of it, they can still take down the video. So hopefully you see the connection with stealing YouTube content and Feather Client's problem. So as you can see, there hasn't been a lot of recent Feather Client videos, and the reason for that is because they really haven't done anything since then. They have this absolutely huge issue and they haven't done anything about it yet. And I think that's the main problem about Feather Client. Now maybe you're being pounded with information and you don't even know if you should get Feather Client or not. Basically, it's an is it worth it question. And don't you worry, I've already made a video about that and you should definitely check that out. And if you've already watched it, you're the best. I'll see you.